Could you imagine being terrified, scared, frightened, knowing that you are trapped inside of this freezer that is negative 10 degrees, knowing that you cannot get out, being stuck in there for not one, not two, but for almost 6 hours? Could this death have been prevented? Let's find out right now. Thursday, my Cajun cuties. Yes, it's me, Anne Marie, aka the Cajun Crime Queen from Carrollton, Louisiana. Cajun born, Cajun bred, and when I die, I'll be Cajun dead. I hope after this video that you'd like, subscribe, and comment, and don't forget to press on the notification bell so you never miss a video from me, Anne Marie. I hope you have a beverage. I hope you have a snuggle partner or a snuggle fur partner. Those are the best. And you're ready to hear a true crime story with yours truly. And as always, I want to know, are y'all drinking that water? Are y'all staying hydrated? Are y'all getting those tickers out? Remember, just a quick 20-30 minute walk, especially first thing in the morning, get those endorphins up, and you are going to have an amazing, wonderful day, I promise you. And as always, thank y'all for joining me on this Thriller Thursday evening as we discuss another true case. Today I'm going to be discussing a case that happened in New Arby'S, Louisiana, which is about 30 minutes from my hometown of Carrollton, Louisiana. They are very close to each other. So when one of my viewers reached out to me and asked me to cover this story, I was shocked that I never even heard about this story. This is very sad, and this was 100% preventable. Yes, we are going to be talking about a case that happened in May of 2023. A 63-year-old lady by the name of Nayette Lee was working at an Arby'S as a manager in Houston, Texas, when her boss approached her and asked her if she could temporarily fill in at the Arby'S in New Arby'S. She accepted. Along with her, she brought her adult son, who she cared for. She also got him a job at the New Arby'S Arby'S. They worked there for a while. When on the night of May 11th, 2023, her son had to go into the freezer to grab something. As he walked in, he found a horrific scene. His 63-year-old mother, Nayette Lee, was frozen to the floor. She was locked in that cooler for almost 5 to 6 hours. She had been there all this time and no one knew. Nayette Lee was pronounced dead when the police arrived. When police found Nayette Lee, there was blood around her. She had pounded on that freezer door so much that her knuckles and hands were bleeding. Could you imagine how scared and frightened she must have been, being locked in there for that long, trying everything she could to get out and she couldn't? It was sad that lever, y'all know, I don't know if you ever worked in a restaurant, the plunger on the lever had been broken for almost a year, and several employees had complained about it. They would use a screwdriver to open it. They would prop things up by the door so they wouldn't get locked in there. They had complained so many times, but no one fixed this door. It was also said that there was some kind of button they would press, but that Arby's had never hooked up the phone line, so the security system wasn't hooked up properly, so you couldn't press this button in case you got stuck in the freezer. All of this could have been fixed with just probably hundreds of dollars, but it was not fixed. All of this was broken, and because it was broken, a beautiful 63-year-old mother lost her life, a mother that was taking care of her adult son. I don't know if y'all ever worked at a restaurant before. Y'all know me, a restaurant was my first job. I worked at Picante Mexican restaurant. I worked at Hooters. I worked at T. Coons. I worked at Jerks. I love the restaurant business. I think everyone should be a waitress or a waiter at least once. It is so fun. You meet tons of people and you make so many friends. But y'all, when we had to go into that freezer for something, it was painful to be in that freezer. The freezers are at -10, -20 degrees, and the one at Arby's was set at -10 degrees. When you walk into that freezer, it is like needles stabbing you everywhere. You just want to go in, grab what you need, and run out. So could you imagine being stuck in there for hours knowing that you can't get out? Very sad, very frightening. My heart goes out to Nayette's friends and family, especially her son, who found her in the freezer. He found his mother frozen to the floor. That is absolutely heartbreaking. It was said that the family is filing a wrongful death suit, which they should, for $1 million, and that the trial starts this year in 2025. And I just want to say that all of this could have been prevented if they just would have fixed the problems. It is said that the Arby's is no longer there. It is now a Whataburger. My final thought, I always give y'all my final thought. And my final thought is, when your employers come to you with a problem, make sure you look into that problem. Make sure you can fix that problem. Because a lot of times, the employees they're more than the actual boss. They see the problems every day and they need to be fixed. You shouldn't have to worry with, if you're already busy, I'm busy. Let me find a box to prop this door open so I can go into the freezer to grab something. You don't have time for these kind of problems. When these problems occur, they need to be fixed ASAP, just like that, just right then and there. No hesitation at all, nothing. This could have been prevented, and several other things in businesses that have happened could be prevented. So make sure y'all are always open ears to all of your employees. Make sure y'all hear the problems, and make sure that you are always cautious when going into a freezer. I don't know about y'all, but when I would walk in there, I would always make sure I had my phone, and I would always make sure I propped it up, even though I knew it was working. My fear was to get locked in that freezer. That's the last thing I want. Even if you had a big jacket on, it was so cold and painful in those freezers. I hope after this video that y'all like, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to press on the notification bell so you never miss a video from me, Anne-Marie. And as always, stay safe, always be aware of your surroundings, and always know that I'm there and here for each and every one of you. I will see y'all next week with more Cajun Crime videos. And as always, thank you for the love and support. And for you, I am truly grateful. You'll have a great night. Love y'all. Bye.